Alright, here's the video review for Maketoys WRESTLE, their version of Grapple. As you can see, he is very similar to Hellfire or Inferno. That he's the same long, emergency truck, except instead of the fire ladder, he has a crane. And outside of that, really not a whole lot of differences in the basic design. There's a few little pieces that are different here and there, but for the most part, the transformation scheme is certainly the same as you would expect. The crane arm does extend out about yay long. It's about doubles in length. It's pretty decently sized. Crane, it can go up and down. There is no rotational bit back here, so it can only go forward. But he does have a little crane here, and the hook itself is on a hinge at the end of the thing. But outside of that, not a whole lot of functionality aside from rolling here in vehicle mode. And the transformation is essentially the same. Actually, it's exactly the same. So we go ahead and pull the gun out here. This little T-tab tabs back here into this slot right here. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll untab these panels from the crane. Just like that. You can lift that up and out of the way. And then we'll start transforming them. Untab the wheels. They have a little tab here that tabs into the top of the hip. So unpeg those, and then you can pull this whole assembly down, and you bring the waist hinge all the way down like that and forward. Unpeg the legs and bring them down and forward as well. And here you take this panel, rotate it up to cover the, once again, cover the little detailings on the side of the truck. Bring it forward, plug it in like that. Fold this die cast piece up onto the wheel, or up onto the rest of the foot, and fold the foot up like that. And then slide it out to the side. Same on this side. You can see this guy, he's got like some little utility cabinets as opposed to the fire hoses and such. A little stability piston there. Bring this little piece in the middle forward before you tab this on. That kind of fills out the leg. Bring that up and tab that all into place. On the foot, slide it out. And there's the whole lower half done. It's actually a pretty intuitive and not too difficult transformation, which is really nice. Bring it up here, and we'll bring the arms out and around. They should come out, and I'll fold the wheels back down here as well. The arms should be folding out here. I'm not sure what's keeping these stuck. Put the head in here. We'll go ahead and flip out his head, although I don't believe that's the case. These should... Not sure what's preventing this from folding in right here. Oh, there we go. It's just this arm hinge kind of locks in. You'll lift that arm hinge up. See, I don't remember having that problem on Inferno, but that's just because I did it properly. So yeah, I lift that arm hinge up a little bit because this little piece right here can get caught on this piece. And then fold these panels in behind to fill in that gap. Rotate the arms down. Rotate them so the white piece is on the back of the shoulder here, and bend them down. And once that's done, you can take this white piece and rotate it up onto the top of the shoulder, just like that. Unpeg his missile hand here. Just like Inferno, these two pieces form his little missile arm. Let me just fold this down and up, and then this comes down and snaps onto these tabs here on the front. And then you fold the crane arm back and around onto his back. And then flip out. Again, either hand you want to have as a normal hand, flip out. And if you want, you can peg this onto the remaining hand. Although there is, just like on Inferno, there is on this side a fully functional hand there as well. But for the sake of, what's the word, non-symmetry, asymmetry, we'll leave that on there. And then he does come with the same type of rifle with the handle that flips out, which he can then hold in his hand. The hand itself does not have individual fingers, but the 4 fingers together move by themselves and the thumb is fixed. And you can see he's got the more cartoon design head. I think a lot of people wanted this on Inferno. And it is kind of nice. If you had a couple of these, you could paint that helmet black and put it on Inferno if you wished. He's got the same posability. He's got a ball joint neck here. He's got ratchets both inside the shoulder and on the exterior shoulder here, as well as front to back ratchets. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got the dual hinged elbows both up top and down here. He does have wrist swivels, the aforementioned fingers. He's got a waist swivel there. He's got ratcheting hips, both front to back and side to side. Thigh swivel, hinge knees, ratcheting knees. And he does have a ball joint there on the foot. There's a swivel hinge up above it for moving in and out, as well as a ball joint in the foot itself. So you can get a lot of really wide, flat-footed poses out of the figure. Plenty of die-cast parts. The front part of the cab, I believe, is die-cast. These parts of the feet, I don't believe these are. And one thing you'll notice here on the camera, because as I look down at the camera while I'm shooting, you can kind of see there is a slight color difference between some of the die-cast bits and the plastic bits. Like the chest looks a little yellower than the body. And that's kind of the case on the figure under natural light as well. Looking at it with my naked eye, it's not nearly as a substantial difference as this camera seems to be picking up. This makes this look almost yellow and this a yellow-orange. And like I said, they don't match exactly, but they match a little better than the camera is portraying right here. This sample did, in fact, come with the swappable faces. And you can see I've already taken one off. He comes with these swappable faces that you can change on his head. They come attached to a sprue like this. The eyepieces are separate. And the eyepieces are on this chromed blue plastic, as you can see. And it's really, I don't know why these are chromed and those are painted, because the eyes in the figure itself are actually just kind of a mild blue. But you can swap these panels out. You get enough eyes. You actually get 6 pairs of eyes, so you could put them in all 5 of the faces, and you could swap out the installed eyes on the robot if you wish. But, I mean, you can swap out these pieces. They give you enough for all the faces to have their own eyepiece. But as long as you have one of each, you can put them together. And you can see that piece just fits right back here in the molded divot here on the face. And to swap the faces, you just pop the head off like that, and you just pull down. You're going to grab the chin and slide it straight down out of the helmet. Take the new face. In this case, I've gone with more of an... You can see he's got a stoic face. I've gone with more of a yelling face to show off. I would do all 6 of them, but I know this figure is being sent on after I'm done with it. This figure is being sent on to another reviewer, and may then, I don't know how many other reviewers it's going to, so I want to give them the opportunity to show off all this stuff, so I'm not going to pull all the sprues and eyeballs off this, or all the faces and eyeballs off the sprues. But you see there are various different faces. There's the installed stoic face, and again, you can kind of see, because those eyepieces do pop out, you can almost kind of see the difference there. He's got some just kind of light blue painted eyes versus the shiny chrome eyes that come on the sprue. But yeah, you swap the faces out. He's got the stoic face that kind of comes with him. He's got an angry face. He's got a different stoic face, or maybe that's the same. Nope, it's a slightly wider mouth stoic face. He's got a slight grin, a happy face, and then kind of a wider snarl, but not quite the open mouth angry face that I've pulled off here. But you just swap that out and slap them on. Those faces will also work. Let me pop this off here. You can swap the faces out with Hellfire as well. And here you go. There's a shot of what the painted eyes inside look like. They're just kind of a standard blue. I don't know how well that's showing up. A standard blue versus the chrome blue on the sprue. But yeah, any of these faces, you can also swap them out and slide them up into Hellfire's head as well. Just in case you're wondering. Although I believe the retail Hellfire should come with the faces. My sample did not. And real quick, let's fix his gun here. Oh, come on, hold your gun. Wrap your fingers around it. There we go. We'll show him off with his... Here, the 2 of them together. So you get an idea of what those two look like next to each other on the shelf. And again, you can see the difference in the head. Hellfire has more of a toy-based head, whereas WRESTLE has the more cartoony-looking noggin. And just because I care about you guys, and I know there was a lot of issues last time, I didn't bring like the whole shelf full of MPs, but I did bring MP10 in here for you guys, so you could see what they look like with him. And they look a little bigger because they're a little closer to the camera, but next to each other on a shelf, you can see their heads come up to about Prime's shoulders. So yeah, there we go. There is WRESTLE from Maketoys. I believe he is currently and may remain forever a Maketoys web shop exclusive, so you have to order it online from them. You can't get it at some of the other retailers. But yeah, there he is. There's their version of Grapple. He's just as solid and cool as Hellfire. Personally, I think I prefer Hellfire more just because I like fire trucks, but they do look very nice together.